Once again, I'm at the Peace Bridge. So this is Canada. That's the river. That's Buffalo on the other side. This is Peace Bridge. And I showed up first. You have to stop here, right? And the Challenger guy showed up, and I guess he had cash because right away he left, and the lady just took my credit card, and she was gonna go to the office and pay. And of course now she stopped the traffic, and the Challenger guy went through. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe he's not that heavy, but he had a Jeep. He had a tandem Jeep, 3-axle. You know, one of those step decks that also have a detachable gooseneck, and he had a fixed, super cheap, ugly tandem booster. And why I say cheap? Because it has no air suspension, it has no hydraulics, just, you know, a fixed, a rigid booster, the one that can get you in trouble, you know, when you're going over some uneven spots on the road. And I was supposed to meet Dutch. I'll post a link at the end. A few months ago I was moving, it was also a cat, but it was a heavy Caterpillar, and I think I had a Jeep and the Stinger. I had everything. And so Dutch was the guy from the local escort pilot company here in Buffalo, and he met me on the other side, and that's who I was supposed to get. And he called me yesterday. We agreed what channel we're using. Yes, I'm waiting for you at the customs on the other side. I'm driving a greenish, bluish, grayish truck. What channel? I said, well, just to remember, easy to remember. And we were talking yesterday, right? I said tomorrow is going to be April 21st, so let's use the same channel as the day, 21st, 21. And he says, okay. And there's a curfew between 7 and 9, and that's why time now is 8:42. So I came here at 8:30 and call these guys because they have to check your it's called PBA, like a Peter Berry Apple PBA. It's like a 5-digit number. It's like a permission to cross the bridge, and you do it on your check out this guy, right? So he parks like this, and that's where my exit is. And that's why I left myself this room so I can go. Like, I'm telling you, like, people never think about other truckers. So anyway, then my phone rings this morning, and some guy starts shouting, "Hey, is this Sergey?" I said, "Yeah, who is this?" "Yeah, pilot." I said, "Well, is this?" And I can hardly hear him. I said, "Is this Dutch?" "Oh no, Dutch didn't show up. He could not work today. So I'm Tom. I'll be working with you." I said, "Okay. Did they give you a copy of my permit? Because the boss of this pilot company asked me to email him a copy of my permit, which I did, and so he emailed it to the driver, and so Dutch was aware of this route, and we did this like a couple of months ago. He probably still remembers something, but this guy says, no, all he told me is that we're going right from the compound and we're going under the Peace Bridge, and I can meet you in the middle over there, and that's 190. We don't go that way. We go, like, there's another street, Niagara 266, but we do exit the customs compound like with the right super sharp turn. And I said, no, meet me at the customs where trucks park. As soon as I go through the customs booth, you'll see a black T880 Kenworth with a Caterpillar excavator, use channel 21, and I try to call him now, but last time it worked. Last time I was able to call because of the water. The signal was traveling so far, you know. Tom, can you read me? Sergey to Tom. Tom checking in. No, nothing. He's probably not there yet. But anyway, it's so 7 to 9, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. 9 a.m. It's curfew. What they call it, business districts. In business districts in Buffalo. So, and that's where I'm going through. So last time I was not sure what a business district is. And Dutch, he says, oh no, we cannot go. He says we have to wait. And so that's why I showed up at 8:30. So the plan is to cross right around 9, and then there's another curfew you have to worry about, but I think we should be okay with that one. In Binghamton, New York, there's a curfew 7 to 9 and 4 to 6 or 4 to 7. So I have to pass that city before 4. But from here to Binghamton, it's only 250 miles. So I know this Buffalo thing will take us probably 2 hours because it's going to be left, right. So we're going to be doing a video just like last time. But after that, once we reach TA in Dansville, New York, from there it's probably another 2 hours. So I think we'll be there probably around 1 or 2, and that's where I'm leaving New York via Binghamton and I-81, and then I'm going into Pennsylvania on 81, and then 380. What is this? 84. 287, US 22, and that's my customer is near US 22 in Mountainside, New Jersey. So I think I'll deliver tomorrow morning. Just will find a truck stop somewhere there, because by the time I reach it, it's going to be end of the day. But I'll post a link. That video what we did with Dutch, exactly the same route. It'll be interesting to compare how Tom does it, because I never met him before. So, but it's the same companies. They all contract us, like self-employed escort pilot drivers. And so that video was called Dutch and Sergey Take on Buffalo. Dutch and Sergey Take on Buffalo, or Sergey and Dutch, something like that. So I'll post it at the end of this video. New York is one of 9 or 7 states where it's obligatory to wear masks, and I see old truckers. I saw, guys passing me. I see they're all having masks before they pull up to the booth, so I put mine on. I'm saving my N95s for later. For now, I just have 2 regular surgical masks over here. And my paperwork is ready. So yeah, they sent me through the bridge. I took two lanes, and I just touch base with my pilot. He's on the other side waiting for me, and they sent him a copy of the route, so now I don't have to give him this, so we don't have to stop. I can just go. Had a chance to look at the route, right?
Yes, I'm pretty familiar with it.
Yeah, we had the same one last time, like a couple of months ago. We did it with Dutch,
10-4.
Would you mind moving that cone on your left just 1 foot to the left?
Good for you?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Otherwise I would knock it down.
Oh, then they'd have to set it back up.
My GPS, I put in the destination as Flying J in New Milford, PA, and I knew that it would not send me, of course, like this. I did not plot the entire route because there's too many turning points, and so I just put that one in, Flying J. That's my final, maybe for today even, we'll see. But and I turned off the volume. And why I'm wearing gloves is because I was not sure what they want at the border. This is my first time crossing during this lockdown. Well, besides, you know, when I was in crossing into Saskatchewan. But this lady, she opened the window because before somebody said they were talking to you through the microphone, through the speaker. No. She opens the window, but she's not even extending her hand or anything, you know. She says, what's your trip number? And that's the first time I was ever asked that. So, but I had the paperwork in my hand. I look up, the trip number is right at the very top. I say, do. So she didn't even take my paperwork. She said, okay, what's your trip number? Where you going? What do you have? One piece. I said, yes, ma'am. Have a good day. Didn't want to even, where are you going? So Mountainside, New Jersey, ma'am. Okay. So, and that's why I had my gloves on, because I thought maybe she would start screaming at me saying that, hey, where's your gloves? But what's funny is that she's sitting there at the booth, right, talking to guys. But you know, we're pretty far, so I think we're at least 6 feet, 2 meters. You see this guy, you see he's wearing a mask? But his mask is only on his mouth, his nose is open. But anyway, so New York State, I was checking on this on the night before, like the states that require masks in public, and New York is one of them, Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Basically all the states I'm going through, they all require masks in public. But you know, these gloves, once you put them on, it's difficult to take them off. I don't want to tear them, so I'm gonna wear them. It feels nice. You know, it's like super grippy, you know, like the grip is nice.
And curving to the right here.
What do you mean curving to the right?
That little curve right there where it juts out.
Oh, okay.
Just didn't want you bumping a tire on it. It would come out through.
Okay, let's see. We have two girls on the left.
Good left if you need it.
no masks. Oh, okay. One of them had the mask on, but it was down. I guess she will put it on when the bus is coming. Oh, okay. Because I'm just curious, right? To me, last time I was in US was March 24th. Right, so I'm curious to see. Oh wow, that's a cool looking Dodge Ram. Like the van. You can make it look really cool, like the guy did in what was that movie? Team A? Something about like an action flick. And the guy had a fancy dressed up van like that. Alright, okay, and 266 over here goes left and we go right. I mean straight. But he says he looked at the route, so he should know that. Oh, and by the way, I saw that guy, the Challenger. And right next to him was a cop, state police, because there's a guy there sitting sometimes on the US side, state police, and they're checking trucks, you know. And so this guy was first out of us two to cross the bridge, but he got stopped by state police and they're doing an inspection on him. Probably checking paperwork, stuff like that, you know. They just do like a random check. Okay, hey, here we go, Canadian guy, all right. But of course he's sitting at the border with Canada, so all guys are Canadian pretty much. Well, maybe half, because some are still Americans. Oh, and I asked the lady, I said, why did you let him go first? I'm just curious. Did he have cash? And she says, no, they cross here all the time, they have an account, but we see that you guys cross here all the time, so you probably should apply for an account, so then we don't have to do this, and we don't have to, you know, exchange credit cards and stuff like that. And I said, if I have an account with you, with the bridge, how does it work? And she says, well, then we can see that you're coming, you put the account number when you do this permit for the bridge online, and we see that, and you don't have to pay us right away. We send you a bill. And so Challenger, of course, it's a huge company, and so they have an account. So it's much faster, saves you time. So, but then you have to deal with mailing, buying stamps, you know. And what if I'm somewhere in Texas and they send me the bill sitting in my mailbox in Ontario? I don't know. Here it's best to take it slow because there's so many turns in here, and if you take a wrong turn you can end up on the bridge like that. And that one says clearance 12, says clearance 12 feet 4 inches, which probably means that it's actually 13.4. Oh, and this is Amherst. See, we're knocking off names off the list. So first was 266 Niagara Street, then 265 Tonawanda, and now this is Amherst, which is pretty much the same as Tonawanda. And we need we're turning left on Main Street on New York 5. Somebody in a mask. Another guy is walking on the street with a cup of coffee, has a mask on. I think they're required here to wear a mask. Yeah, when you see another guy is crossing. Oh wow, this is interesting. You see, they like, this is different from Ontario, right? In Ontario, it's not required unless you want to. But on the street, it does not make a lot of sense. Like, unless you're passing some people, right? Speed limit 50 miles per hour, 7 to 3. My pilot, I guess, did not notice that. But Admiral Sergey sees everything, because I still remember a very good exercise when I joined Challenger Motor Freight, my first job after the driving school. One of the exercises my instructor did, because we did 2 weeks. We did 2 weeks on the truck with the instructor. You know, first I think 1 week was local work, and then the second week was into US. And so once I missed a sign, and so he started doing this. He says, okay, I wanted you, as you drive, read all the signs out loud. You know, and I'm driving on the freeway and I have to read all the signs to him. The guy was former army, you know, like a sergeant in the Canadian Army, and so he brought all his bad habits with him, including the habit to shout at people. So he was shouting at me, like, you know, I'm a green driver with no experience. And this guy is shouting at me as if we are doing a 12-week, you know, basic training course in the Army. What do you mean you're tired? Do you think people care? You think the shipper will care you're tired? We did 300 miles, are you tired? I said, this is my first time in a semi-truck on the freeway. Nobody cares! Well, he was a jerk, you know? We're not in the Army anymore, right? You cannot shout at people like that. So I even complained. I complained to the guy in charge of training. I said, you know, like, this guy, like, we're not in the military, right? We're not in the army. This is not basic training, right? You need to treat people with some respect, even though they are have no experience. But he did give me, you know, some good pointers. So you can learn a lot even from jerks, because he was an experienced driver. But just like personality-wise, you know, I think we're turning left somewhere. Where are we turning? We're turning left on Main Street. But you see what he's doing? He saw that it was narrow, and so he another sign, 50 miles per hour. 7 to 4 school days. What is that? 16. That's 25 kilometers per hour. This is relatively easy, and then we'll start doing turns. Left, right, left, right. Okay, this is the zoo, I think. We're still in Amherst. And my Google Maps is doing all this. It has no idea where I'm going. Signal is pretty long. See, these people are not wearing any masks. There's a guy with a coffee, a girl with a smartphone. turning left on 5, right? Somewhere here?
This is at 5, but yes, we're turning left on 5.
And that turn is only 5 miles from the bridge, so this place, very narrow. We have vehicles here, we have vehicles here. Yeah, 10-4. Okay, that's left. And then in 2.7 miles, we're going left on Bailey. So the ambulance and the driver of the ambulance was wearing a mask inside the ambulance, because I guess he had a passenger, like his colleague over there. Yeah, and so from this point on we start doing these turns, but mostly it's like these first three: US 62 left, New York 263 right, New York 324 right, and then New York 5 left.
I think this turn will put you in the front for the lane.
want to be behind me here?
Yeah, this is 2-lane. I can be on the back. We're going up to 62. We'll make a left-hand turn. I'll come out in the front then.
Yeah. And 62 is Bailey Avenue. University Presbyterian Church.
On the right.
That 62 turn. Last time it was the same story. I was waiting and waiting. Where is the 62, you know? And then I saw that both of these lanes will go like this. Yeah, that's 62. No, 62 is over there. Yeah, it goes to the right. So we're turning right here on this 62.
Yeah, we could turn there, but it's just as easy to go to. I know what it says, but you can make the swing if you just go up to the light.
Oh, but they allow the left turn over there?
Yeah, up to the next big light.
And it's the same 62, right?
It is the same 62, yes.
Huh. Why do they make people go like that in a semicircle?
I don't know. I don't know.
There's a sign there that says no left turn.
Well, I brought stuff up through here, and sometimes I can't make this corner, so let's see what happens.
I'm not that long, and that booster really helps on corners.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Alright, so...
Alright, I'm going to jump around to the front here, coming up on the right.
10-4. Now 0.3 miles, we're turning right on Grover, right? New York 263.
Yeah, speed probably down there at that red light.
So it's very helpful. I like doing this, you know, because I can see it here on the printed page, but you know, when you do it like this in your own handwriting, first of all, when you write it down, it's already kind of like an exercise that helps you remember the turns, right? It's kind of like what I call doing the homework.
Yeah, at the light we're going to bend to the right.
Sometimes if you don't want to talk, you can just double click the button, and they will hear it. All right, we are assessing the sharpness of the turn. Oh, it's pretty good. It's very, very gentle.
Dollar coming out our way. Give him some room to get around the corner.
Which way are we going? Oh, we're going there, past the station. Okay. See, we're already in the middle of my list. Stay in the left lane. And so now
so we're going to run this up to 324 and make a right.
Yeah, 324. See, I see some progress, like we're moving down the sheet, which is good. Well, I think it also helps that there's hardly any traffic, you know. Okay, Sheridan Drive, New York 324. It should be somewhere around here because it's only 1.3 miles from that turn, from 263. Sheridan Drive, Sheridan Drive, where are you? Sheridan Drive. The truck feels much lighter without the Jeep.
So we are turning at the light.
Therefore, we're turning right on Sheridan. Okay. We'll go like this.
And up through.
Sheridan Drive, yeah. Sheridan Drive. And then we stay on this one, wow, for almost 8 miles. 8 miles, okay, so you see, that's it. So those were like super short turns. And so we stay on this one for almost 8 miles.
Yes, well, 5 will come up next turn. 62, 263, 224. Yeah. It'll be a light. It'll come to a T. There'll be a light there. We're going to make a left-hand turn.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, there's no signs here actually. You can turn. You can turn on the red light. I see what he did. He blocked my right lane so that people don't try to pass me on the right. Okay, so now we are staying on this for 8 miles.
One to the left. Split you on both sides.
Yeah, it's okay, I'll stay here. Actually, I think this route is a bit different than last time. There's a couple of I don't remember this 324, but it's been like probably 2-3 months. But this guy is good. He's good. You see, he's, even without me telling him, he's blocking right lane, left lane. So I can tell that he knows what he's doing. Except I would never go on the sign like that, you know, no left turn. And he says, oh, nobody goes like that. What if there's a cop in there, you know? Like, why risk it, right? I'm not that long. No, yeah, I understand. If I was like 200 feet long, you know, and 200 tons metric, yeah. All right, I see some mailboxes. Now it's time to exercise. I keep forgetting the permit says I think 1 mailbox is allowed, 1 mailbox per day. But I'm not very good with this. I'm always scared. You see, missed it. That's not good. Come on, Sergey, at least get 1. What's wrong with you? I am scared. And we are in 7 high. Ooh. I know I said I quit coffee, but then on the weekend I had a Grande Americano, and of course this thing is like a drug, you know. Then Monday I stopped again by Starbucks. I said, okay, can I please get a Grande Americano, which I know has 3 shots of espresso, but I said, give me 2 shots decaf and 1 shot like real. And so, and right away this morning I felt somehow it was difficult to throw around my kettlebell. But I gave the body a break for 10 days with coffee, and I don't know, sometimes in the morning you really want to have like at least a small cup. But alcohol, that's it. Alcohol, no alcohol. I tried it before, but somehow now I really don't want it, you know. Like one old cowboy song says, country song says, whiskey ain't working no more. All right, let's try these mailboxes. Come on. All right, okay. How about this one? Missed it. Like I'm telling you, my aim is not good. +5 Celsius, what is that? About 3940 F. And this crazy thing keeps spinning. All right, it found 324. turning left on New York 5. Which is still a main street. Shopping area, lots of cars. What do we have here? Wegmans. People are shopping. Post office is open. My GPS says turn right on 78 South towards I-90. We're not going that way.